Hi, I'm Liz Schrum for the Wisconsin Technology Council, here with WisBusiness.com, the show. Coming up, Tom Still talks about startup companies pitching to investors next month in Madison. And Al Wearing of Group Health Cooperative of South Central Wisconsin talks about the first wave of consumer responses to Obamacare. And now, here's the WisBusiness.com stock report for late October. Rising, Promega. Biotechnology leader Promega dedicated its $120 million Feynman Center this month. That marks the latest expansion of a company that is considered the granddaddy of the state's biotech industry. The center is a manufacturing center for many of Promega's 2,500 products used worldwide by researchers and drug developers. Between 100 and 200 employees will join Promega's workforce over 5 years. And falling, corn prices. Wisconsin farmers could receive much less for their corn this year. A bountiful harvest and reduced demand in ethanol threaten to drive prices down to some of the lowest levels in more than 3 years. Farmers who counted on getting $6 per bushel for their corn could be in trouble if the price drops to $4 or less. Many will still be saddled with high land rents or mortgages. And now, here's Tom Still with his Inside Wisconsin commentary.
Next month's Wisconsin Early Stage Symposium is expected to attract investors from across Wisconsin, the upper Midwest, and well beyond to see the latest and greatest from the state's startup community. They won't be disappointed. More than 40 companies will present their business ideas over the course of the two-day conference, which is one of the largest of its kind in the upper Midwest. Those young companies offer technologies that build on some of Wisconsin's business icons, such as manufacturing and the dairy industry, as well as emerging clusters. Those clusters include health information technology, software design, and medical devices. Technologies fresh off the campus at UW-Madison will also be previewed, most for the first time outside the laboratory. The presentations come at a time when the political debate is heating up over Wisconsin's rank among the 50 states in terms of creating new companies. Some say Wisconsin scores a miserable 49th among the 50 states, while others contend the state's net new business rate is climbing back from the decline that began in the mid-2000s. We'll let the politicians slug that one out for now, but what matters as much as the quantity of business startups is the quality, and quality defines the type of businesses that will be pitching to investors on November 5th and 6th in Madison. These are companies known in the startup world as gazelles, meaning they are looking to grow quickly, leap ahead of their competition, and create a lot of jobs and value for the economy. Gazelles are often the best bet to attract angel investors and venture capitalists who want a reasonably fast return on their money. The conference is also where nationally known speakers will talk about trends affecting the state's tech-based economy. Scheduled to speak are Brad Feld, co-founder of the successful Techstars Accelerators, and Mark Smits, whose design work has carried his Wisconsin firm to 4 continents and 8 countries. Toss in a dozen panel discussion and lots of networking, and the image of an event celebrating Wisconsin innovation becomes clear. People can disagree over how many Wisconsin companies are being created in any given year, because even the economists don't know for sure. When it comes to producing high-quality startups and other early-stage companies, however, Wisconsin need not take a back seat to any state.
Thanks, Tom. I'll be right back with Group Health Cooperative's Al Wearing.
White Hirschbeck Dudek represents companies at all stages of development and in a wide range of industries to navigate the legal challenges of regional, national, and global growth. At WHD, every stage takes center stage.
I'm back with Al Wearing, Chief Insurance Operations Officer for Group Health Cooperative of South Central Wisconsin. Welcome, Al.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me today.
GHC has been very visible on getting the word out to the community at large regarding healthcare reform. Tell us why you're doing that.
Well, in particular, we are a nonprofit cooperative, which makes us different than most of the other delivery systems in town, and we feel we have a public mission. And our public mission is to really inform the community of what's really going on with the Affordable Care Act. And we've recognized that there were quite a lapse in that type of coverage. So GHC decided that it was our mission to inform the public about the impacts of healthcare reform.
October 1st marked the opening of the Healthcare Exchange. What has been the experience in this market to date?
That's really a great question. It was, I think the federal government underestimated how complicated it was going to be to do the healthcare reform and from a technology point of view. So what we've learned is there's not a lot of people actually getting through at this point in time to see what's out there. I think the good news, though, about this is the fact there's been tremendous interest, maybe overwhelming interest for the federal government, that the Affordable Care Act has potential. The problem is the technology issues confronting them right now are a true obstacle to folks actually being able to assess what's on the healthcare exchanges.
And how are people responding to the information on the exchange? And how easy or not is it to navigate?
Well, we found it obviously to be very difficult to navigate. And however, there are sources of information out there that suggests that a person who is going to use the exchange needs to have a competent advisor to help them make the decisions. This concept of Travelocity, which the federal government has tried to demonstrate, probably isn't quite that simple in the complicated process of purchasing insurance. What we've learned is that on Travelocity, you have a nonstop flight and you get to choose if you want to have other stops along the way. The exchange information doesn't give you that, at least up front, and you need to be able to understand what those options are and really weigh the comparison between premium and benefits before you make those decisions. And that's why the ultimate thing we've learned here is the fact that an advisor would be very helpful for anyone trying to make such a decision.
Thanks, Al, and thank you for watching this edition of WisBusiness.com, the show. The show is produced by WisBusiness.com and the Wisconsin Technology Council, and sponsored by BMO Harris, White Hirschbeck Dudek, MG&E, and UW Milwaukee. Visit our websites to read and learn more. I'm Liz Schrum of Talent Foot Executive Search. See you next time.